这应该是过场动画，不是即时演算吧？这个。还是樱花不同步现在。等一下，好像樱花不同步啊。哎，但是现在好像樱花同步了。折合式相机，手枪，这可以调查了。
I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
点38手枪弹药。范德伯格的信，亲爱的查尔斯·里德先生，根据你的请求，着手调查了发生在奥克蒙特幻觉事件。你猜测有可能是对的，在这里，其实症状会更加严重一些。许多人都陆续来到这个地方，能看到和你类似的幻觉，城市被水淹没，某种巨大的怪物出现。不过幸运的是，或许已经找到这种症状的源头，还有能帮助你的人，请尽快做好准备，把奥克蒙特发掘真相吧。我在这里等你。约翰内斯·范德伯格敬上，叫他过去。那我就要去找这个范德伯格。
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
对，刚才的那个樱花不同步可能是故意的。
Now get out.
因为现在是樱花同步的。
At last, Mr. Charles Reed.
不就是他了，范德伯格。
Finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes Vanderberg, at your service. I did promise
又是站桩式聊天。完了。
Much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
这是关于我的问题，这座城怎么了？衣服不错，这城怎么了？
Reaching
问一
Oakmont
下。
is no easy task. Most maps I've found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
关于
You
我的
said
问
you
题
know， someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
咱问他连人的鼻毛都做出来
Where
了
I，find Mr. Throgmorton?
但主角没
Don't
有。
worry, you can't miss him.
范德伯格的鼻毛咱看到了。
Stand out from the crowd.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any
哎，我应该问那
recommendations?
个第二个问题。
I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
恶灵暗礁旅店。
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
其他一些标记的地方。
Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious.
完了，这种聊天游戏最容易睡着了，我觉得。
You better know where to turn in search of a lead.
在这里做什么的？但你不跟他聊的话，也拿不到信息。
For the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought, like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
再见。
That's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No, no. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
按下这点激活。卡容号，不对，是卡介号。啥意思啊？这个让我自己放。我没开那个东西。哦，在这儿。
I don't care about your petty excuses.
这个人怎么长得像一只猩猩？
Son is found, and that is fine.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private
主完全按
investigator
照是猩猩做
arrived
出来
from
的。
Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If
你
I
儿子
may
怎么了？
ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
关于幻觉的事情，
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouther-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
印斯茅斯
You're
人，
not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
你的样子有点与众不同。
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
我可以想办法找到阿尔伯特。
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
得了，
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont
这个得了是什么东西？
outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you.
请详细说说这件
I
事。
need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
还要那个渔夫的家在哪儿？
Where's the house?
你们要
where
聊到
this
什
all
么时候？
happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. Was standing right in front of it.
救生艇在哪儿？
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
我这就出发。
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
好，去找一个小星星就行了。渔夫的小屋。打开手电。这啥？几条鱼还没处理完。我感觉他这个比克苏鲁的呼唤还要啰嗦，你知道吗？对话太多了。
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Let's see what you find.
这应该是警察。
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh my head. What?
对，吸血鬼那个对话也特别多，但吸血鬼
I
剧情还
already
不
told
错。
them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
告诉我发生了什么事。
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying
关键这个游戏
Throgmorton's
卖
son.
的巨贵，
He was unconscious.
有一声小点。
Barry left
是我
again
声音
to
大了
call
应该。
Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and okay, my head began to burst and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, A voice that called me.
That sounds familiar.
那我把它调大一点。我调大了，你们听一下。
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will.
稍微调大点，你看 O 不
I'm
OK？
a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know.
我得走
I'll leave you to
了。
it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or Kay? Did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Choo choo.
这个底下我刚才下去过没有？应该没有吧？
Seems like prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
这应该是个线索。
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
思维之眼。
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebhal, Nugulina, Haft.
这么厉害的？回响。这就可以回溯这个地方曾经发生过的事情，是吧？哦，有点意思啊，这个系统。
Take this, ape-face.
吃鱼吧，猩猩脑袋。
Yeah, run!
这边本来是被挡住的，他把柜子给推开了。这边还有一个线索，哎，这怎么过去？
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
这是第一点，
What's
然后这
happening?
边第二点，这边第
Take
三点。
this, ape-face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
哦，关键线索已收集。思维殿堂。OK， 看一下。哦，这就更多了。新西脸和因斯王人的矛盾。攻击了渔夫，不对。身为一个因斯茅斯的人，刘易斯还有他的朋友一直遭受着新西脸的欺凌，这很有可能导致双方产生恨意。阿尔伯特十分危险，并且一副要袭击刘易斯一行人的意思。 哦，这样所有的线索就串联在一起了。哎，对，还有一个，还缺线索呢，说明。直觉追查他的踪迹。OK， 我知道了，那就从这儿。
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
用这个直觉之眼。哇，他这个能力也太方便了吧，可以直接这样追踪别人。但是感觉用久了有问题啊，蛋壳。为什么主角会这么强能力？他在拜这个蛋壳。等一下，这个蛋壳应该有什么东西在里面。哎，等一下。
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few
啊，新的线索，看一下，思维殿堂，这样串联在一起。李尤斯很有可能希望阿尔伯特死，因为他是新脸家族的人。谢别的血拼，往这边走了。有新的线索。
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
也是他爬上来了，是吧？哦，然后他就跑这儿来了。哎，这个门我刚刚记得是开不了的，对吧？现在可以开了。哎，飞弹这不动，先往楼上看一下，开不了。点燃血迹，只是一个口袋被扯下来了。
There's something in the pocket.
李尤斯，求求你再给我1个礼拜的时间。我知道自己欠了你的东西，但是大家现在日子都不好过，我还没有足够的存货周转。但请不要担心，我接到一桩大生意，很快就可以把欠你的还上。只要再给我1个礼拜，我一定加倍还你。彼得。
The blood is fresh. Whoever it belongs to could not have got far.
估计这个人就藏在里面了。这种锁直接打烂。他怎么死了？
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident.
什么声音
It？was deliberate.
滚犊子！滚犊子！
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
怎么加血啊？我感觉我要死了，这样下去。哎，怎么吃啊？这个东西？扎一针。哟，它会消失。现在思维殿堂。酒吧老板钱，刘易斯钱，什么亏？啊，连不了一起。这个可以先。 那个杀害阿尔伯特的因斯茅斯人刘易斯很有可能藏在奥克蒙特港口的酒馆。好，那就去酒馆找他。看不到什么东西。这边上不去。酒馆的话，诶，这边是不是刚才没有这个人呢？他从哪冒出来的？真是这样看一眼，没有区别。酒馆是在哪个地方来着？好，这个应该叫酒馆。但先看这个人，看他们的对话。
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
你想让他消失，我可以帮忙。
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over, and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Rock. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
再见。酒保的钥匙，完了，我刚才没仔细看他说啥。想想我干嘛？追查，这个我刚刚追查过。破损外套。哦，是不是刚才那个楼上的门可以用这个钥匙打开？还是说这个地方？
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
哦，就是他。
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Ugh. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot
这个人的确长得很奇怪，因为因斯茂身就长这样，长个鱼脸，全身是鱼鳞的这个特征。
after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
你为什么长这样？
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
no, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
名门望族。
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah.
你怎么知道我是外乡
With
人？
a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
差不多。
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
会考虑
This
的。
is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
成交。
It turns out I arrived here unprepared for business. You give me a little something to get started, and my lips are sealed.
I knew you'd understand. Here you are, Mr. Reed.
4发子弹，就这么点啊？
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
四维电台有新消息。哦，有一次与阿尔伯特争斗的时候，很清楚自己的所作所为。有一次精神层面受到了影响，无法控制自己。这个。嗯。刘易斯精神错乱中的人杀害了阿尔伯特，斯洛格莫顿，他无法控制自己的行动，因此阿尔伯特的死也不能怪罪于他。哦，这是我推理结果是吧？ 啊，我好像选的这个，但是推理的这个结果是这个。我这向他汇报吧，报推理的结果。去找新性脸。找到凶手了。
Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
哇，这个地方我直接撒谎，或者直接告诉他，先扯开话题吧。
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
哇，这就只能选择撒谎吧。
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. They tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beast's. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
找到幻觉的源头，真的调查人们发狂的事情。第一，
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here or guided or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
为什么地质探险队？
Geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
幻觉和人们发狂真有联系吗？
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
洪水不是自然造成。
You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
你有什么发现吗？
Expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
谋杀案和探险队有关联。
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
说说有关探险队
If
的事
I'm
情
going。to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
点四四四法。哦，就四法子。打开地图。报警局、圣玛丽医院、庄园、图书馆、市政厅。我要走这么远吗呢？先去他的庄园。哦 ，OK 的标记。随便标一个吧。哇，这么远距离怎么过去啊？那就要先到港口。哦，这边刚刚守住的警察没了。OK， 那现在可以从这走了。